Do you live in peace? Like real deep inner peace? That may be hard to answer. Like what does even peace feel like? Have we ever felt peace? It's my ultimate goal, but while we're looking for it, we're not in peace when we're looking for it. Often those in meditation who want to be enlightened are going farther away from enlightenment because of that desire and want, instead of actually being happy in the present moment and accepting what comes in, which is much more higher on being enlightened than chasing something that we don't have. But I think it's an important question to ask. You know, often it's easy to desire world peace. Right now there's wars. Right now on earth, we're still dealing with wars. Like really? And why is that? It's because, wow, I don't have all the answers, but what I believe is that we can't have this world peace collectively if we ourselves are not in peace. You know, the first thing we need to do is make sure that we live in inner peace, which is much more harder, said than done. So, it's easier said than done. So I want to quote the Dalai Lama. I read this morning. He says, "It is important to pray for peace, but you must also take actions to make that happen every single day." We often look outside. I'll pray for it. I'll pray for world peace. I'll pray for that person to find peace. But really, it's important first for ourselves to work on developing our own inner peace. If everyone worked on developing their own inner peace, we wouldn't even have the topic or conversation of global war. That just wouldn't even be a reality for us anymore. And it's hard. It's hard, to just always have this compassion, to have this forgiveness, non-judgment. All of these qualities that we want everyone else to have. Do you actually have them inside that you live on a daily basis? You know, through my meditation practice, a lot of training and learnings that we've had is a deep level of compassion. So, for someone who may have caused harm on someone, often we have compassion for the victim. Like that poor person, let's help them. But the deeper meaning to peace, I believe, is having compassion for that person who hurts that innocent bystander or victim, as you may say. Because that person is really not living in peace. Otherwise, they would not have ever taken those actions to create that pain. And it's not only for an innocent person. We cause harm all the times just to Mother Nature. That's on a daily basis. We're destroying jungles and forests and polluting our water. There's no love and peace to Mother Earth every day that we do that. Or always in consumption and consuming. And we want to really be ethical and global citizens, but yet we will support these big corporations because it's easy. And these corporations who exploit their employees, or where do we get clothes, really inexpensive clothes from maybe sweat shops from around the world. It's very easy for us to just turn a blind eye because that disharmony can be so painful. And I'm no better, I'm no better at all. I try and limit, consuming as much as possible, but we all have these footprints, and it's like, how can we just limit our footprints? But going back to peace, my topic of peace, it's really about, projecting that onto all living beings. So that's not only with humans, but it's with Mother Nature, but it's also with our animal kingdom. These little bugs, these wild animals, like all of that is important. We all need to be in peace with all aspects of life in order for us to really have peace on earth. And why do I bring this up? I think, one goal for me of being an entrepreneur when I first started was to live a peaceful life. I had a mentor for the first 3 years, and he was really the reason I'm still in business today, I believe. And he chose me because of my goals. My goals were not to become $1 million company and to have franchises all over the province and the country. My goals were to live a really balanced life. And how could I create that balance was, in my mind at that time, path was entrepreneurship, to create the life that I wanted. And my ultimate life goal is to live in peace. That's what I've always wanted. And that's why I started my company. In the first many years, I worked a lot. I worked so much. But because I had that goal of creating a lifestyle for myself where I could, go on vacation or go and do silent retreats and not have to ask a boss, or travel the world when I want, or see my family when I want. So that all creates harmony and peace within myself, where I get to really include all interests and passions and aspects of my life into my work, which is really, work-life balance. That's something I love to help my clients with is, yeah, you can be passionate. I'm very career-oriented, tons of goals, tons of dreams, but I can also create balance in my life to include all of that. I know the struggle. I've been there. I've, been in business on my own, operating my own company since 2011. And I've gone through so many of the struggles and the hardships that my clients go through. I know exactly what they're going through at times. And I know what has worked for me to get out of that and to create this really peaceful lifestyle now. And my dream is peace. We all have different goals, but I think globally we do want more peace on earth. And that begins with inner peace. So I'm curious to hear from you. How do you find inner peace? What do you do that makes you feel the most peaceful in your day? I would love to see that on the comments below. Reach out to me if you want to learn more about having work-life balance in your company, or if you're thinking about starting a company. I've been there. I've started. I write a lot in my book, Intuitive Business Connections. The channel is based on really my book. And I would love to connect and see how I can bring more clarity and help you have more clarity in your life and hopefully have more peace in your life.